asses that need beepers to back up.
Nice podcast, Roger.
Yes. Only the best for you guys.
All right.
Only the best.
Can I post that?
That better be in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a nice podcast. That's going to be the opening. Nice podcast you guys run. Yeah.
Chum's got his eyes on the sky, looking for saucers in the black night high. Abduction dreams and alien screams. He says they're out there more than it seems. JD's got a lens hunting for Bigfoot's trace, deep in the woods, in the shadows, embrace a rush on the ground. He's frozen in place. Did you hear that? Something's on the chase. Charming with the spirits, chasing the unknown. Answers we crave, but we're out here alone. The fear grabs high, but we laugh in its face. Spirits, cryptids, aliens, all hands chase.
So welcome to Chum with the Spirits. We're here at a lovely location, one of our favorites, Sleeper Mortuary. Tori has always been a gracious host. It could be because we can have food. Might make it easier here.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
Kid as well. And she's very accommodating. So, she has a lot of drinks and coffee and snacks and stuff for people when they show up.
Plain ghosts, as you hear the
Yeah.
Ted Bill in the background.
Um,
Must be bored.
So we've how long have we been here? We've been here almost 6 hours. Five-ish. You've done a live.
We've been here longer.
Yeah. Yeah, you blocked the garage. Call you out on that. No. But you've been here 7 times. Is this the 7th, or
yeah, this is the South, yes.
so you might kind of like it? Because I mean, you're gonna like a little. Is this like what, a 9.5 hour drive?
Yeah, it's a 9.5 hour drive from Chicago to here. I guess you can say this is kind of like our home away from home.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this place is always never let you down. It's
We totally agree with that, and it's a great test place.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you want activity, so far every time we've been here, now it does range for variety, but we always, no matter what, get something.
absolutely, and a lot of our footage. See,
Yes, agree.
a lot of our footage comes from here. So you get on our TikTok channel, you're gonna see Sleeper Mortuary everywhere. So
Well, and you've done some events too, and you're getting ready to do a big event. It's the 3 nights here, McTeer and Melbourne, Joshua, Tori, and Stephanie O'Reilly, the owners, which I'm jealous. That's going to be an amazing time. We unfortunately that weekend we have something going on.
What were you?
Oh no, look up on YouTube and then post it on the video so they all know, because this may come out fairly quickly.
go ahead and share the link.
We'll definitely share the link for you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
Of course, Peyton Paranormal put this all together. Great host, Patsy and Peyton. Follow them on Facebook. So far, it's been a pretty interesting night for us. We had to debunk some stuff.
Yes.
Every night.
every night.
Every night.
Well, yeah, you should always try to debunk everything that you have. Sometimes it's just the house settling.
Oh, it's May 15th, the Unholy Trinity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will be in St. Louis for a funeral, so that's why.
Kind of makes that difficult to be.
Well, now you just fucked up the whole podcast.
We're done. Rabbit. No, but no, it's
That's a great chance to try to get some help.
I'm sorry for that.
Oh yeah, it's
It's stinging again because Larry's talking.
yeah. It was.
Is that the same one?
I don't know if that's yours up here. What's going on? That's not even the same. So I don't know if the mics are picking that up, but we'll have to reinsert, dead bell going off when Larry talks.
The death bells when Larry's talking.
He's not talking right now, but I know at McIntyre when we were out there, it would not let him talk.
No.
Oh yeah.
Howitzer. I mean, it would not let him talk.
Well, and that's
It wouldn't even let me finish the words.
McIntyre was kind of interesting with the dead. They really love the dead bill at McIntyre. We actually asked that how many
Are they
people.
doing that?
I think they got to be doing that. It's either that or they're laughing at the fact it keeps on going off. And they're like, "What?" So far tonight, what has been some of your fun moments so far? Besides, live and all that. I mean, you've gotten. We watched the live. You got activity on the live. You've been running around. You look like a lovely Christmas tree when you put the tripwires on. I was like, that made me giggle because he turned around and you're like perfectly lit with the anything.
We had a couple hits on our the tripwire, and I do my very best to debunk that. I am not a big believer in EMF by itself. I have to have other devices around it before I can even think that it's paranormal.
You believe in EMF, but you don't believe that could be solely
Correct.
Just throwing that out there. He's not like a flat EMFer. You actually you believe in EMF, but you need more than just that to coordinate. Just throwing that out there because I mean that is kind of the cornerstone of the paranormal. I've always thought it was interesting because if you have high EMF, you have people that are near it have a tendency to feel paranoia and being watched, which is the same thing if you have a ghost near you. Is it the same thing, or causation correlation? Is that why they kind of figured out maybe that was what it is? But I mean, the devices you're working with, you're making sure you can correlate multiple things now.
Radiation. So that I'm not moving.
Yeah.
That's you.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take the blame for that.
One of the theories is that when spirits manifest in a room, it disrupts the entire atmosphere in that room. And that's where these units that we're making, that's where this ESPN unit comes in. It has 3 sensors that detect any type of atmospheric changes, and they boil down to air deviation. So if there's any dense air moving through, or if it's heavier, then
Is it barometric or is it actual PSI?
no. So the ultrasonic sensor is what detects. That's
okay.
So
we don't have to get into detail. I was just kind of curious what sensor, but you're using ultrasonic.
yes, ultrasonic sensor. I have it set to where it's so sensitive that if it bounces off heavy air and it comes back, and it's able to detect that within 3 milliseconds.
Wow.
Yeah, and because we want to make sure you keep your patents and all that, so we don't need to go into super technology, high level, just figuring that all out.
Right. So I will say this: at the base, when you purchase a sensor, the basic would be set at 30-40. 30-40-ish will detect humans. It'll detect solid objects. It will not detect objects that we cannot see. That's where we come in and
Tune it.
and tune it and do all that. It also has a temperature deviation sensor on the outside. So there is I'll let you zoom in right now.
It's zoomed in. Totally.
So there's a sensor right here.
Okay.
This is the external sensor on the unit. It also has an internal sensor and a barrel. It's a barometric, but it's a dual sensor. So it reads the temperature and it reads the outside and inside, and these 2 sensors actually talk to each other. So when you do get a hit, it's because these 2 sensors are detecting that change at the same time.
Okay.
So it's confirming between the 2 sensors.
It's
no
false positive.
Yeah, I was going to say you're eliminating your possibilities of a false positive one or.
It's almost like in my field of work, the background subtraction to prove that you're actually getting
A true positive.
a true positive.
I can leave the sensor alone and be like, yeah, there's a cold spot coming here because the fan's on. It's going to
Yeah.
detect that. But if the inside temperature or the inside sensor is not detecting that same temperature, then it's not going to trigger. Also, with that being said, the dual sensor, it will also detect air pressure. So this fan will set it off, unfortunately. However, like being down in the basement
With no air movement.
with no air movement at all or very
Yeah.
little air movement, which I set to not detect very little. But it will detect like a door shutting.
Okay.
It'll detect somebody walking by it. And so that's like the most important thing. Is that slight it's the slight movement of air that it can detect around it.
And if they want to learn more or buy it, where do they go?
They can go to Two Souls Paranormal.square.site.
Not twin. Two Souls.
Two Souls.
You said-
But maybe you should also, just register that,
But the cool thing is, you turn it on, and during this 5-second startup,
there's
these
a camera right there.
sensors calibrate. So every sensor in here right now is basically talking to each other. But you can not only does it starts up at 3 feet. So right now it's reading at 3 feet. But all you have to do with the push of a button is now it's set at 6 feet, and then you push it again, and it's set to 10 feet. But obviously now it's reading that pillar. But I'll
I don't know if you're gonna be able to shoot it through that window.
probably not.
I'll sure just crash the mics. That's why we can't have nice things. No, it's
We're done here. No.
yeah, we're out.
But then you push it again, it goes right back to 3. And then if you hold it down, if you're doing like an EVP session, well, now there's no sound.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh, no.
You still have the lights, there's no sound.
So does it? So say you have it in a room and it detects something. Will it do a recalibration once that signal is gone?
Not when it's gone. It will recalibrate itself after 10 seconds.
Okay.
The air pressure will recalibrate after 10 seconds. It'll create up that baseline. So if it's reading for 10 seconds straight, whatever it's reading at after 10 seconds, that's what that new baseline is going to be.
Yeah.
And same with the temperature, which I just changed that. The reason for that is because I kept having to get up and reset it every time it went off because it wouldn't stop.
The annoying ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every 20 seconds, it'd be like, oh hey. And so I'm like, okay, now I have to stop what I'm doing. So I changed all that, and now to eliminate any false positive with this device, it creates a baseline wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, every time if it reads for more than 10 seconds.
So this is a random question because it'll probably never be used in this situation, but can it read negative air pressure like in a vacuum?
Can it read negative?
Well, if it would it detect a drop in air pressure, I think is what you're trying to say, right?
I think.
It can detect a deviation of positive or negative.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
I won't go with the exact number here, but whatever the baseline is right now, if it's positive or negative, it'll detect it.
So future editions, maybe a pro model with where you can change the tones to voices, because as you're going like, hey.
So where I was thinking, like, if someone were to ever investigate the paranormal in space, how would that work?
It gets sucked out in the vacuum.
Thank you.
This, not like you got to have atmosphere if you're with it.
Okay.
I mean, technically, if it's an absolute vacuum, it won't detect anything because the sensor can't detect anything.
A good point.
I don't know anything about this stuff.
But I mean, luckily, Well, not luckily because it's like 9.5 hours, but you're at a location that you get to test all this stuff out.
Right.
Well, and it's not just here. You go to multiple locations and all that.
So not only do we field test our devices multiple times, we also have groups that are constantly testing things. We have Two Souls Paranormal down in Savannah, Georgia, and they run the tours for the Old Savannah Theater.
Mhm.
They have one. They're using it every single night, and anything happens, she does give me feedback.
We get lots of videos from her.
And also Josh, from the owner of Melbourne Manor,
Sure. Yep.
he has one that he uses on his lives.
He actually got to use the prototype,
That's nice.
the big chunky guy, before we got the streamline.
So, I asked this question. So, if you're in the space shuttle,
Did you just watch Jason 10?
no, just bear with me. If air pressure's void,
It's directing us.
how can they survive? And so, even though they're weightless in a vacuum,
They're
there's
not
still air pressure.
they're in the shuttle or whatever, or the space station.
So if they leave the atmosphere, that atmosphere or the pressure is going to remain.
Okay,
It's like an airplane.
and the reason that they're weightless is because we're not.
You're not in the gravitational pull.
Okay, that makes sense. That was a stupid
He's
question.
only a scientist, wears a lab coat and all, works with viruses. Totally normal.
I'm sorry that I was having a hard time.
I just build.
This is why you're not an astronaut.
Yeah. Well, that and this.
He's got the first part. covered.
So would it work underwater?
No, that is not a waterproof design.
No.
Hence the holes in the side.
Yeah, just
And I mean, you bring up like, if you had the
Can
opportunity
you
to go.
put it in the submarine? Is that what you're asking?
Well, how do you get that
I don't-
set up to get it to go onto the Titanic? Because I mean, you'd think there might go.
because I'm thinking the pressure
you said
increases
that
the farther you go.
There's like military wreckages. Like you don't want to disturb anything, but
Just
now you got to learn how to
just
scuba
over
dive.
to a fiberglass made.
I'm thinking there's some
We're not that rich.
some room to like market this to the military for like submarine use and stuff. Can they could detect the pressure drops in submarines? And
I
stuff.
think they have sensors for that already.
Cool.
That cost a lot.
Well, I mean, you get a really nice profit margin at that point. just throwing that out there.
Does anybody want to purchase a military grade?
Yeah. We've gone from base to pro to military really fast.
So no, but we did talk about a pro version of this
Mhm.
earlier, right? So not only are we just like witnessing and video recording the unit going off, but being able to data log it and extracting
I like
that
that.
data,
Bluetooth app, all that fun
Yeah.
stuff.
Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or maybe even like an SD card insert that you can just plug and play.
Oh,
That way you
rabbit hole.
Here we go.
That would be interesting to get you guys in contact with PRI. Sorry, I'm tired.
That's the group that's
The does the random number to see if when the random number generator
starts
triggers if there's
any other barometric.
Yeah.
Events, yeah.
Mhm.
We'll get you there
that would be interesting.
because I think they'd be interested, especially if you get the data logger aspect
Yeah.
worked out. But Larry's been doing this for a long time.
And I'm stupid.
He's been at most of the locations. He knows Josh, Justin Spurrier,
Usually, I'm just the one that Jason throws into a hole
and
himself.
Jason.
Temperature? What the fan's going, right?
That shouldn't have gone.
Shouldn't have gone.
If it's not,
It's because we're so hot.
yeah.
It's hard to. Yeah, it cooled off real fast when we said that.
I wonder if it was because of this.
Nah, shouldn't. If it's picking that up, that's a hell of a sensor. Anything big for you that you've tonight?
Yeah,
Besides kicking cameras over, and that's funny to watch.
I'll wait.
Not experienced.
Scaring people out hallways.
all the time, dude.
Every time we come here, Tim gets some type of scare
Mhm.
from me or somebody else.
There's a lot of doors. I mean, you can easily. We've had some pretty interesting activity tonight. We've had the big one was the mag lights. Like they really love the mag lights, turn it on and off. The new was with the dead bell to ring the dead bell to let us know to change the song because we started playing music. They liked it. They turned the light on, but if they didn't like the song, they ring the bell. We changed it. The light would come back.
Oh, you guys were Pink Pony Club.
Yep. Pink Pony Club. They liked it. They didn't ring the bell on that one. They waited. But
And then you played Backstreet Boys.
they loved that
They
one too.
love that one.
I was like, I want it that way. I'm like
Classics.
I'm like how when did they hear those, or do they just enjoy such a classic?
Well, I mean, they did have college students here at one point, and who knows what they were playing.
Yeah.
They got used to hearing.
Well, they must have been playing something they didn't like because they left abruptly. So
Yeah. But we eventually decided to come up and hang out. But yeah, we have a lot of footage of that. We'll be posting that, because it's neat to watch. And Patsy got it on the video recorder. So anytime you see a mag light sitting in a chair, just turn on and then off and then turn back on. It's always, he's like, well, how would you coordinate, what did you say? How would you categorize that? Do you think that's paranormal? I'm like, it's answering questions. And we're not near it. I mean, and it's got to rotate to turn on.
yeah.
It kind of narrows down on the.
Are they down there?
Yeah.
Okay. I just saw someone peek their head around the corner.
You hope it was.
I'm hoping it was one of them.
It's probably Peyton.
Yeah, that's one thing that I like is when you start getting the actual intelligent responses to the questions you're asking. Like we were using two different pieces of equipment, the tripwire and the EMF candle. And, we're asking like, hey, if you're trying to tell us about the caskets, the Oddfellows caskets, and, can you light the candle? And I noticed that I was getting more responses when I would say like, can you light the candle or can you blow out the candle than when Tim was saying, can you turn it on and off?
Yeah, probably doesn't make sense to them.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what each place has different. I mean, ghosts, in theory, are just people, and they, depending on what equipment, how familiarized with it, like they love the twist lights here. Like we were talking earlier, like we've had more activity on REM pods if they're in like a stuffed animal. But yeah, that certain ones they like phrasing. Yeah, it's no different than talking to a normal person. Tell them roll up a window, and you're like, "What? It's a button."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dial the phone number.
As kids, like, how do you answer a phone? And most of us go like this, and now it's going like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Or this.
Yeah.
I think
Old. We're just old.
I think the funniest thing was when we were down in the chapel and Jen had the spirit box going. And you're like, should we do whatnot shows for the merchandise and the spirit box?
No. Okay, our bad. I mean, you got to pitch merch somehow, right? I mean, who doesn't like a nice T-shirt? Yep. Just us two with the logos. I just
Anyway,
no. Yeah, I see how this is. Yeah. But
I'm gonna show them monster.
As you
No, it doesn't. It's not going to ding us.
yeah, they're not gonna dig.
Only thing
But if
that
Monster
dings
would like to support either show,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Mountain Dew. Hot fries.
yeah. So we're fairly early. It's not it just turned midnight here. What's your next big thing you're gonna do tonight? Besides sleep.
I do want to go down to the chapel and spend some time there, and then go to the flower room and spend some time in the flower room, and just
Wonder if anybody's ever tried to sleep downstairs.
No, you can't. That's against the law.
Oh,
So that's why the sleeping quarters are up here. Since it's old Kansas law that you couldn't. That's why you see all the apartments above everything. There's a law that you can't have residential cohabitants downstairs have to be above because everything's supposed to be commercial.
What happens if you own a business and you're downstairs working and fall asleep for the night by accident? Could you get arrested?
They could fine you probably if they found out.
Wow, I did not know that.
Depends on how strict the regulations are, but I mean, that stuff goes back to like the 1800s, probably. You know, when the city was founded, they're trying to make sure you didn't have a residential house right in the middle of all the other commercial stuff.
For zoning purposes?
Yeah. Totally paranormal. Totally paranormal question. But I mean, we've been here. We've had activity while we're sleeping, but we've also had activity during the daytime. One of the
Yeah.
famous posts that Tori put out was actually you walking in and getting whistled at.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they like you.
Yeah.
Right, bend over.
Right. It was not a two.
At least the video doesn't look like it. If it's that high pitched, you might want to get something looked at.
No, well, it's definitely interesting, and because it came from the same area.
Mhm.
So the first time when I walked around the corner, our equipment's sitting right here against the wall, and I walk around the corner to grab something because we were getting ready to go somewhere else. And as soon as I walked in, I heard it, and they must have heard it too. They were down the hallway, and I thought it was one of them, but then they're like, "Oh, hey, that was Tim," and I stood up. I'm like, "No, that wasn't me." And we kind of talked about it for like the next 20 minutes. But then the last time we were here for our birthday, Josh and I were going to go down to the basement because I came running upstairs because I heard a whisper in my ear downstairs in the basement. So I came running upstairs, and I'm like,
And all your hair stood on end, like
well, I wanted to grab somebody else because I didn't want to be down there by myself anymore. So Josh was like,
I understand that.
Josh was like, "I'll go down with you." And as he turns the corner, he's like, and I'm like, "Hey, was that you?" And he's like, "Yeah, it was me." We opened the door and we both come walking out the door. And as soon as we walk through the doorway, we hear like a very faint whistle.
Huh.
And it's on our TikTok. But it's so faint, like I barely captured it. You can barely hear it on my phone.
I hate that. That's one of the most annoying things about with all the cameras and microphones, and you hear it clear as day, like right in your ear, and then you go listen to it, and you're like, I can't hear it. You have to really amplify it. It's there, but it's like,
So riddle me this.
Batman.
You guys have been here several times before.
7 to be exact.
Can I finish?
Oh yeah.
Well, 6.5.
Okay.
Okay.
How many times were you here before the artifact in the case?
She inserted that. Inserted that.
that was our fifth.
Our fifth trip out here. We actually helped set it up.
So my question for you is, have you seen an uptick in activity since that has been brought in house?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
He'll get back to you on that because he's got to go through all the evidence now and rate it.
So Tori's owned Sleeper Mortuary for been about a year and a half. It's a year and 5 months. The cool thing about Sleeper is that she's able to pull stuff from the newspapers and stuff from the library and figure out the history of this place. She knows who has been here, what they've done, why they've done it, and up until today of us sitting here, she can tell you exactly what's happened in this building. But the cool thing is that we don't know what's in here right now.
No.
We keep getting new stuff. Every time you come here, it's always different.
Yeah.
Except for the little thing, like the whistling and what I like to call the wailing woman.
Down in the basement?
Well, so it's heard. She was heard on multiple
all three.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, she was heard on multiple levels, but and at the same time. But every time you come here, there's always something else different that happens. And people experience the same thing. You come here multiple times and there's always something different. So I have a theory on that. And my theory is you have your residual hauntings, and those are just like your like in a general consensus, the record player.
Yeah, stone tape theory. Sometimes
Yeah.
absorbed in the walls and right barometric pressure, temperature, time of day, and it just replays or
Right.
you know.
Over and over again. It'd rather be, the same that next day at noon.
Yep.
Every day. I believe that every structure has moisture. What it does. Every structure has
Yeah.
moisture,
It's moist.
right?
Yeah.
It's moist. No, there's
moisture.
moisture in the
Especially in the way the U.S. builds. There's not as much stone and that
It's all
really
wood,
wood.
yeah.
Yeah, wood.
And,
Plaster.
moisture is able to absorb energy and also release energy, which I believe it's also able to hold, like create its own memories.
Okay.
So it absorbs that energy and creates that memory, which in turn replays over and over again. Now, with that energy inside the structure itself, I believe that spirits, your intelligent spirits, are drawn to that. And that's why you might see different, um, excuse me, different types of things that happen.
Okay.
Different types of
Yeah.
things
Yeah. So you have
in a single location.
yeah, you have your same stuff that happens when you come, like the wailing woman and maybe the whistling. But then you have things that you've never experienced before.
Yeah.
Because that might be a new spirit coming through
Okay.
and just being absorbed by the energy, and now they're here. They may go. Somebody else might come and stay and go. Like it just
So
We don't know the rules.
we don't know the rules, but it's my theory, and based on the research and what I'm able to experience, that's kind of how I have.
So does that work for you internally too, since you're 98% water?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like your stored energy does, because what we've noticed, your energy that you bring to a location
Yes.
can affect how that night goes.
Oh, absolutely.
And then, I was talking earlier to somebody else here. I kind of wonder, because like we've experienced in some locations massive battery drains. I mean, like to the point of all my spare batteries and all that. And I'm like, so if you didn't have the batteries, what's it going to drain instead?
not only that, but you had a 5 volt. He had a 5 volt battery recharger that he plugged into
The
a
laser
power
grid,
strip,
that little 1.3,
and the
So
thing
you see,
sparked and started
I
smoking.
plugged it in and it sparked and smoked instantly. And I'm like, what? We have to be inside the house. We also want to then upload our video. Don't upload videos from haunted locations.
Yeah,
Not a good idea.
everything was corrupted.
There's you can still find the video. We had to do like a 5-minute video going, hey,
Sorry.
guys, our video is corrupt. We'll try to upload something later because we thought, oh yeah, it's just and that first time there, it's just drained all my backup batteries, all my power. I mean, I was plugging power packs together, trying to keep things going, but if you didn't, you walk out there and you just got dowsing rods. It's got, will it pull the energy from you? I mean, I think there's some consent in that, but I also know some people just get drained, like the paranormal hangover versus
Yeah.
The people
trade shows, people hangover. I mean, yeah.
I mean, we
I get a lot of people
Was it-
hangovers.
Jolly from Soko Paranormal was live one night, and Joy was on there with him and watching, and he's talking, he's doing stuff, and then all of a sudden he just like curled over and like felt like he was gonna be sick, and Joy's like, that spirit jumped you, like you weren't protecting yourself. And
I saw that happen on a haunted tour in New Orleans when I went there, and they took everybody to pass by the LaLaurie Mansion. And this dude was huge. Like he was like 6'7", 350 pounds, pure muscle. And we stopped to take pictures of the LaLaurie Mansion. He leaned up against it, and he dropped like a brick. He was out for like 10 minutes.
You need to figure out, where people wear the badges for radiation. What if you had one that had a battery that you could charge and just had the level indicator? Because it wouldn't be hooked up to anything but the LED light. and see as you walk around, because that'd be a good, like if you're not 5 bars,
Yeah.
I'm just saying as that's a pretty easy indicator. Because like I mean I've been to some locations that I'm like I'm great, and then bam, I sit down on a couch or something in a certain area. You get up and move, everything's like back to normal. Could be barometric, could be a bunch of other stuff, but
It'd be,
Yep.
you know, EMF. So we just did a residential investigation. You know, we found out
Yeah, it sucks.
his lighting was creating a shit ton. Like it went off the fucking grid, dude. You know, we have one of those analog ones too, and that needle was like,
just pegged.
yeah, it wouldn't go any
I don't
further.
know how.
And then we shut his light off. And we eventually found out we shut his light off, and it just
Yeah, because he had so many can lights and
It's a real thing. And it can, like I said, it can definitely. So I worked in electrical transformers. I put off a hum that you can hear, but
You
there's
never know.
more than just that hum. There's EMF coming off, but that it does affect you. It can fatigue you. It, like I said, generally makes you feel paranoid and
Yeah.
and feel like you're being watched.
So I have one final question.
So one file, there's never a final.
For me, yeah, because I need to get back to someone, because they're leaving town tomorrow. When you were talking about the residual hauntings earlier, and I wanted to ask you a question in particular to this location that I've witnessed and am perplexed about. I don't know what room it is, but it's the one on all the way down to the left that has the bathroom.
Yep.
Would you consider, because we talked about it earlier, would you consider that activity a residual haunt?
The knocking.
The knocking?
I'm sleeping.
so.
Can residual, so I guess where I'm going is can a residual haunt be able to inflict that kind of intelligence like you were talking about earlier? Does that make sense?
A residual
Big question, yes.
Residual hauntings do not inflict any intelligent responses. Residual haunts only, like I said, you see a woman.
VHS, it just rewinds and then plays the same part over.
You have to test it though, because it could be, you might think it's residual until you walk up and you see it and go, hey, and it turns and you're like, oh. I mean, there's that possibility because you can get the mix.
Because the only thing that throws doubt in my mind is I experienced that when I stayed in that room, and 2 other couples the next 2 times we came experienced it. But the 3rd time, I sat out here on the couch and stayed up watching Netflix until 7 a.m. and I didn't hear a single thing. But they heard it. They said it was loud.
It was loud enough to woke them up.
And that's when, like like you said, we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
and that's a good.
Maybe we'll have to do behind the scenes some other time. We'll catch up with those.
Well,
I don't know if it's
so-
residual because you can ask it. If you ask it nicely,
to stop, it'll stop.
it'll stop.
But so Tori, Josh, and others have experienced last time we were here something in that room where they felt a kick on their air mattress. That, like they said, somebody had walked in there and bumped into their mattress.
Wow.
But they said they were laying there
That had the door.
and they could see like
After I test it, take the-
like your eyes are closed, you're sleeping, but then they turn on a flashlight and they're just going like this to your face, and then you open your eyes and it's pitch black. And you close your eyes again and you see it again.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of a ghost going, God damn it. With
Yeah.
the
But they experience the same thing. Like
Yeah.
is there something in that room? I'm pretty sure there probably is.
Okay, so
Parachum here from Chumming with the Spirits podcast. We have all had those horrible mornings after a long night out from drinking with friends. But what if that could all be avoided with a simple gummy? That's right, a simple gummy could help reduce the effects of the worst hangovers you could possibly imagine. Liqueur's special product contains electrolytes, antioxidants, vitamins B6 and B12, as well as prickly pear and milk thistle to help counteract those previous night's endeavors. Get rid of those next morning discomforts and get on with your day-to-day routines without missing a single step. Make sure to visit their store at www.liqueur.com, liqure.com, and use code CHUMMING CHUMMING at checkout to receive your 20% discount today.
Well, and also, please reach out to us anytime you get something new, some new device. Whether we do Whack Wednesdays, we do Sunday Fun Days, we do short format. So if it's just like, hey, quick little, we just added this.
We're gonna start
What-
doing JD and Parachum's life lessons.
and we're going to cover a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're currently working on 3 devices right now. We're actually testing them here. And I do have a device that we're going to be unveiling next weekend with
That's the line there.
Lifeless.
There's a bunch of stuff going on. This is normal. This is how our podcasts go. It's not. I'd like to say otherwise, but no, this is it.
Yeah, so we're going to be unveiling a new device with Crossline Paranormal that myself and one of the other guys from that group came up with. So he kind of gave me he's like, I have this idea. And I said, okay, what is it? He said, I want this to do this. And I said, okay. And I tried.
Cue me losing him for a few weeks.
So I've tried multiple different sensors, realized it didn't work, and then landed on one, realized that I can use multiples now and they're going to work.
That's awesome.
But obviously I'm not going to talk about it right now. If you guys want to see that device, I will be live, or try to be live next weekend. If I cannot go live, I will unveil it in a video that I will be uploading on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube.
Are you going to be doing the live on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday next week?
Friday night.
Would you mind if we posted and shared the live on our Facebook page?
Well, like if you put stuff out, we'd be more than happy to say, hey,
Like they're live.
they're
Right?
live and unveiling special.
No, we would actually appreciate that because we're trying to still grow.
We're all trying to grow.
Yeah.
Some are doing better than others. But you
Some are going vertically, not horizontally.
yeah, especially we're just trying to spread out, get more word out. That's what I say. But any
Here it
other
comes.
here it comes. Any other things to shout out? We covered you said YouTube's a different channel than.
Yeah, so our group name is Forever Investigating Beyond. That's who we investigate. That's how we investigate.
Which is the glow in dark stickers downstairs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, that's Epic Events.
Is that Epic's? I thought it was their logo. You need a glow in the dark. Just throwing it out because I now want a glow in the dark sticker because I'm like, that's cool.
The only thing that's changed was the name of our
The business
name.
selling the devices and items.
Trying to clarify for people, who see the logo
Yeah.
and all that, And then what's your main channel? That like is it TikTok? Is that where you're trying kind of focusing on, or is it just all the way across?
Right now is TikTok. We are trying to move to YouTube and get more viewers on there.
What I've been doing is every time I upload a video to TikTok, I upload it to Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do the cross-platform. I want to try to go live more on YouTube. However, I only have, we only have like 82 followers.
That's going to change.
What?
No, it's. I hope so. It'll change. There's, just like your TikTok, you guys are growing really fast. And you're on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's going to bleed. I don't know what the switch is, but there is a switch, and it will bleed over pretty fast. I mean, especially the investigation side, and you have, let's be honest, got cool tech that also helps. So yeah, no, don't worry about that. Before you know it, you'll be there. And like you said, please let us know when you're doing special events.
Okay.
We'll be more than happy to shout that stuff out.
Yeah.
Premieres, stuff like that. And then, after we shut the camera off, we'll talk a little bit on some other stuff.
Okay.
But no, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for sitting down, taking the time away from your guys' investigating to talk to us.
I apologize for my questions.
No, that's his standard questions.
Oh, there are.
Oh, yeah. and we cover most of them. So we have a niche. We understand our niche. But no, it's been really fun. I'm looking forward to the rest of the night, and
Absolutely.
well, I'll be honest. I'm looking forward to the future for you guys because
Yeah.
like the gear, you're really thinking forward on it.
Mhm.
You're trying to make sure to cover your bases that you're not getting the false positives because we can add a K2 meter going off neat. So is a cat ball, but it's also nice to be able to correlate, 1 to 2, if not 4 to 5
Right.
events and go, okay, now we know that.
Well,
then
but you have, so this has 3 separate sensors.
It's all the sensors in it. Like
This. How dare you ask questions during our interview?
it's FM theory. It's FM magic. And that's how it works.
There's 3 different sensors in here that detect 3 different things, and everything in here detects an atmospheric change of some sort. So
strike 2.
It's okay. I used to be really bad. I'd tap when I'd pot. Oh, that first, just yeah. Well, we took the table away, and I can't tap now. So when you're doing that, I feel for you because I talk with my hands,
yeah,
and yeah, I'd knock the mics all the time. Well, there's one we're actually in there, and I just grabbed the mic and just started moving it around, and you hear this. And I'm like, so I was like, I realized what I was doing. I'm like, oh, that's right across the soundboard. So,
well, all like body movements, like manipulation. Like I'm trying to make you believe what I'm saying. Like that's what.
captivating us and talking and no, I see it.
Yeah. But no, like this thing, 3 different sensors, atmospheric changes, and there's nothing else like it. So that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
We're engineering things that nobody else has, and we're going to continue to do that. So, I'm not going to give away anything that I'm working on that I have not unveiled yet, but I can tell you that we're going to be working on stuff that you guys have never seen before.
That's
and
awesome.
that's going to be something that we're going to be excited about. So
I think everybody will be excited about that because I mean it's and there's a few. I'd like to say there's a few, but there's really just a handful of people developing new stuff in this realm. So I mean, like it's rare, and we thank you for that because everybody's tired of a K2. Like we know what a K2, and it's nice, but it's nice to have other devices. And because, like you said, depending on the device and how you word it, makes a difference where you're at. And that's we really are seeing that across all the investigations we're doing. Some places like a certain thing, talking a certain way, or being able to give descriptions, which I mean makes sense. I mean, technically we should be talking to people. So.
well, let me ask you this: devices. What kind of devices do you guys use on your investigations? Like, I'm not asking like REM pod or anything, but like basically EMFs and stuff like that. What do you guys use?
EMF, thermal, full spectrum,
IR,
IR,
we do have a
SLS.
camera that got broke at the Solid House.
I use radiation detectors. I have a spectrum analyzer.
Frequency. Also, the frequency spectrum analyzer covers the whole frequency range just to see. So what we've moved into cryptid UFO. He's always been a UFO guy. He likes probing. But what we're trying to figure out. That was fast. He's slow. What we're realizing is a lot of field bleeds, especially the technology. I was really surprised to see how many people go out looking for Bigfoot and not use thermal or IR. They literally got like a blue or red headlamp,
anything,
or just sitting out there in the dark. And I'm like, I like to see what's coming at me. Yeah. If it's bigger than me, I'd like to see it coming first. But we're trying to figure out because we're seeing crossover from paranormal, cryptid, and UFO in areas. Like we went and did some sky watching, and we literally got orbs like will-o'-the-wisp, like big things I could see, and if that was a car, it was that bright in the field. And
that was weird.
Shadow creature. I guess that's what we call that a shadow creature. And
Smoke creep.
smoky coming through. So we don't know if it's I have a theory that maybe the location that it is attracting all of it, like whether that be gravitational, minerals,
Mhm.
limestone, quartz. You get into the piezoelectric effect.
It has an effect on.
Yeah. Well, like around here, a lot of the haunted houses or buildings have limestone
Right.
foundations,
Mhm.
which has a tendency to have quartz in it and that. But no, I mean, so we're constantly looking for new things to try, and because I mean, you'll get the standard dead bell, which is an EMF meter modified. What else do we get? That's pretty much the main.
That's about it.
Yeah. We're gonna walk over there and go, oh yeah, there's that.
So the reason I ask, and I know that you guys were in my live earlier, but the reason I ask is because I'm asking this question not for you guys but for everybody.
Yeah.
Why is it that when an EMF detector goes off, people react to it in a way that is strictly paranormal, and they don't try to debunk the fact that they're holding a
Yeah.
phone,
Just got a text message and the EMF meter went off. That has nothing to do with each other.
or that you're live on TikTok and you're sending and receiving data from your phone that's exiting your phone, which is manipulating the EMF device. So why are we as paranormal
Investigators.
investigators? So
Uh-huh.
I guess I can put it this way. That's what separates ghost hunters from
Investigators.
researchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Always put your phone on airplane.
I put things in three different categories. We have your personal investigation. You're just going, you may not even have gear, but maybe a voice recorder. You're going for yourself.
Mhm.
And then we go into the entertainment, which is kind of what we kind of
The ghost hunter.
yeah, the cat balls, the
Yeah.
lights, the flashing, that. And then the next is the scientific area. You are going to try to prove something. A cat ball can't do it, so you have to go for the next. In the middle, it's more entertaining if that thing goes off. We know that when that thing goes off, you need to make sure, did you just walk by a Wi-Fi hotspot? Because I mean, people don't understand that your Wi-Fi emits and will affect it,
Oh, yeah.
and may not, as you say, be steady. It could be sending a signal out. Your cell phone does that when it needs to hit a tower.
Right.
They're called
Radio, radio waves. Radio, like
know that.
depending on where you're at.
Radio waves can be sent from thousands of miles away, and you're just right in the perfect spot of its,
Yeah, and
it hits it.
yep, and that's when you find that.
because they bounce off the atmosphere.
Yeah,
don't
so
they?
you're absolutely right. Maybe it's because of the entertainment on TikTok that they're not willing to take the effort or the time to try to debunk it, or because well, like we figured out a hand. But that's the process of going through. Like,
Can I
great.
chime in?
No, you're leaving. No, yeah. Go ahead.
So I would say that it's probably because of the fact that a lot of the people that are doing this in current times don't know, because there's not enough resources out there for them.
Well,
does that make sense?
Let me explain this. So a lot of them do know. I've actually been in a TikTok where this lady had a K2 meter with her doll, a K2 meter, but then she had all this other shit
Really?
around that is battery operated. So we all know that batteries affect.
Oh, yeah.
EMF. No matter if it's a 9 volt, AA, AAA's,
Especially when it triggers and you start
Right.
pulling.
and then everything else going around it starts triggering. And I made a comment: why are your devices so close?
Yeah.
To each other? They're manipulating each other,
They
and
can't
I got
affect.
blocked from her account
Really?
because I was telling the truth about how these devices work. She didn't want to lose her following. She didn't want to have people know that that's what is actually happening, other than it's strictly paranormal, because I say it's paranormal.
Yeah,
And-
that's sad.
And to be fair, like on dolls, that is one of the few things that I think a cat ball actually has a good use, because you're putting it next to, as long as of course it's stabilized and you don't, or I've seen them start using the LED lights that are twist
Yeah.
where they can turn. I'm like, okay, that, because like you said, You put a K2 next to it, you don't know. I mean, you could set it up with your phone and set it off your texting, like you said, you're on a live.
Right.
But if you're out there watching this, pay attention on a K2. It's an indicator. It's not factual. So you need to check.
Well, it's also a baseline reader. So you come into a building like
Yep.
this, and the first thing you're going to do is take a tour. But during that tour, you take that K2 with you. And that's the only reason you should ever need a K2 is to do a baseline reading. People have their own opinions about that.
That's what they were designed for.
Right, for baseline reading. So, but that's my opinion. I know other people use them on investigations. I'm not wrong on that whatsoever, because I know you can use it as an intelligent communication device.
What are your thoughts on tri-field meters?
The magnetic and
The
magnetic EMS.
it's a
because it's electric.
no, it's like magnahelic.
I think they're overly priced.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
That's another rabbit hole that we can go down.
Why are they overly priced? Because it was shown on Ghost Adventures.
I think it's just because it's a niche market that people don't know about, so they don't know. Well, I mean, like, because like most of the
that's
stuff
a good
out
question. I've never thought about that.
like when you get into it, there's a reason. Well, for a while, like everything was about 4 times what it cost, and now I've noticed that things have came back down to be more reasonable. But
Like when I first wanted a full spectrum GoPro, they were like, yeah. I went and bought a $30 knockoff GoPro online and just took the lens off and
there,
focused it.
of course, it's like 480 by 600 resolution.
Yes, this was 20 years ago. Yes,
But he's old.
Yeah, you just take that UV lens off and
the
which
human eye filter.
You don't see the full spectrum done a whole lot anymore, right? Because most people are using their phone and they don't want to break the warranty.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because like I told her, like I want to go to body cameras,
Mhm.
which you can purchase off Amazon. They got the night vision and audio. Because you're walking around with the camera and trying to hold devices and move them around.
We're constantly looking for rigs and stuff like that. Because like the only bad thing with the body cam is you have to be Batman. You have to turn your whole body.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was asking earlier. Have you ever thought about designing a like a backpack rig to house all of your devices?
I have a vest right now, so like the vest has like deep multiple pockets.
There was something that I did bring up with Tim, possibly designing.
Well, how about before you go, while we're gonna cut this, and if you want to hear more,
the extended version
at another time. But we're gonna keep on talking. But somebody needs to go pee real quick. And
then
thank you. Be safe. Again,
thank you.
TikTok,
Thanks for having
Facebook. Anything else?
Our Facebook is or not. Our YouTube is Forever Investigating Beyond. Our Facebook and TikTok is Two Souls Paranormal.
Any emails that they can just reach out? There's Messenger better to get a hold of you.
Responsive on Facebook Messenger. It goes to our device, our phone right away. Email is twosoulsparanormal@gmail.com. That's TWO souls paranormal @gmail.com.
We'll try to put that on there so they can find it pretty easy for you.
We will. Stay tuned for the extended director's cut
and outtakes.